Have you ever noticed that some people who've survived narcissistic abuse act in ways that seem odd or inexplicable? What if I told you that these behaviors are actually profound signs of their inner strength and resilience? In this video, we're going to unravel the mystery behind these behaviors and show you just how incredible these survivors truly are. Today, we're diving deep into the world of narcissistic abuse survivors. We'll uncover the seemingly strange behaviors they exhibit and reveal how each of these behaviors is a testament to their remarkable strength and resilience. By the end of this journey, you'll gain a newfound appreciation for the incredible power within every survivor's story. Did you know that narcissistic abuse is more common than many people realize? Studies show that about 1 in 4 people will experience some form of emotional abuse in their lifetime, and a significant portion of these cases involve narcissistic behaviors. Narcissistic abuse can have long-lasting effects, including anxiety, depression, and PTSD. These statistics highlight just how widespread and serious this issue is, and why it's so important to talk about it and support those who are affected. Narcissistic abuse is when someone tries to control and hurt another person, often by making them feel small or worthless. It's like being in a relationship with someone who only cares about themselves and doesn't care about your feelings. Survivors of narcissistic abuse can feel confused, anxious, and like they're not good enough. It can really mess with their emotions and make them doubt themselves. Hypervigilance is a state of being constantly on high alert or feeling overly vigilant. Survivors of narcissistic abuse may exhibit hypervigilant behaviors, where they are always anticipating potential threats or dangers, even in seemingly safe situations. This can manifest as being excessively watchful, easily startled, or constantly scanning the environment for signs of danger. Hypervigilance often develops as a coping mechanism in response to past trauma and abuse. Survivors may have experienced frequent manipulation, gaslighting, or threats during their abusive relationship, leading them to be hyper-aware of their surroundings to protect themselves from harm. Even after leaving the abusive situation, the lingering effects of trauma can keep hypervigilance present as a means of self-preservation. While hypervigilance may seem distressing, it's important to recognize it as a survival strategy developed in response to real threats. In the context of narcissistic abuse survivors, hypervigilance reflects their resilience and determination to stay safe in the face of adversity. It demonstrates their strength and adaptability in navigating challenging circumstances, even when the threat may no longer be immediate. Survivors of narcissistic abuse often struggle with trusting others, even after leaving the abusive relationship. They may find it challenging to open up, share their feelings, or rely on others for support. This difficulty in trusting can manifest as skepticism, or reluctance to form close relationships. Trust is foundational in healthy relationships, but narcissistic abuse can shatter this trust. Survivors may have been deceived, manipulated, or betrayed by their abuser, leading to profound feelings of betrayal and vulnerability. As a result, they may develop a fear of being hurt again, making it hard for them to let their guard down and trust others. While difficulty trusting others may seem like a barrier to forming meaningful connections, it's essential to recognize it as a protective mechanism for survivors. Their cautious approach to trust reflects their strength and self-preservation instincts. By being discerning about whom they trust, survivors are prioritizing their emotional well-being and taking steps to ensure they are not re-victimized. Self-isolation refers to the tendency of survivors of narcissistic abuse to withdraw and distance themselves from others. They may prefer solitude and spend an excessive amount of time alone, avoiding social interactions and isolating themselves from friends, family, and support networks. Self-isolation often stems from a desire to protect oneself from further harm. Survivors may have experienced intense emotional manipulation, gaslighting, or psychological abuse during their relationship with a narcissist. As a result, they may develop a fear of being hurt again and choose to retreat into solitude as a means of self-preservation. While self-isolation may appear concerning, it's important to recognize it as a coping mechanism for survivors. By withdrawing from social interactions, survivors create a safe space where they can process their emotions, reflect on their experiences, and focus on self-care. Self-isolation can be a crucial step in their healing journey, allowing them the time and space they need to heal from past trauma and rebuild their sense of self. Perfectionism is the tendency to set excessively high standards for oneself and to be overly critical of one's performance or achievements. Survivors of narcissistic abuse may exhibit perfectionistic tendencies, striving for flawlessness in various aspects of their lives, including work, relationships, and personal endeavors. Perfectionism often develops as a response to the relentless criticism and unrealistic expectations imposed by the narcissistic abuser. Survivors may have been conditioned to believe that their worthiness is contingent upon meeting impossible standards of perfection set by their abuser. As a result, they may internalize these standards and perpetually strive to prove their value through flawless performance and achievement. While perfectionism can be exhausting and detrimental to one's well-being, it's essential to recognize it as a coping mechanism for survivors. By striving for perfection, survivors may seek validation and approval, attempting to regain a sense of control and self-worth in the aftermath of narcissistic abuse. Their perfectionistic tendencies reflect their resilience and determination to reclaim their sense of identity and agency in the face of adversity. When others understand the behaviors exhibited by survivors of narcissistic abuse, it validates their experiences. This validation can provide comfort and reassurance to survivors, helping them feel understood and supported in their journey of healing. Misunderstanding survivor behaviors can lead to stigma and judgment from others. By educating people about these behaviors, we can reduce stigma and promote empathy and compassion towards survivors, creating a more supportive environment for healing. Understanding survivor behaviors enables better communication and relationships. It helps friends, family members, and professionals to interact with survivors in a more empathetic and understanding manner, fostering healthier relationships built on trust and support. Many survivors may struggle to seek help due to fear of judgment or misunderstanding. When others understand their behaviors, survivors may feel more comfortable reaching out for support and seeking professional help when needed, leading to better outcomes in their recovery journey. One of the most powerful aspects of the healing journey for survivors of narcissistic abuse is self-recognition, the ability to acknowledge and celebrate their own strengths and resilience. For many survivors, it can be challenging to see themselves in a positive light after enduring emotional manipulation and gaslighting from their abuser. I've had the privilege of witnessing countless survivors embark on this journey of self-recognition, discovering their inner strength and resilience along the way. From small victories to major milestones, each step forward is a testament to their courage and determination. Self-recognition is not about denying the pain and trauma of the past, but rather acknowledging the strength it took to survive and thrive in the face of adversity. It's about embracing every part of oneself, the scars and the triumphs, and recognizing that they are worthy of love, respect, and healing.